Today, we're going to do something really cool. We're unlocking the roadmap to artificial intelligence. We're going to guide you from the very basics all the way to the cutting edge, and we're going to do it all in just the next few minutes.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered what it really takes to build the AI that's, completely reshaping our world? It can feel like magic, right? But I promise you, it's not. Today, we're pulling back that curtain and we're handing you the map.
And the thing is, you're already interacting with it every single day. I mean, it's that silent DJ behind your Spotify or your YouTube music playlist, somehow knowing exactly what vibe you're going for.
It's also that incredible brain behind your Google searches. Think about it. It sifts through billions of web pages in a blink of an eye to find the exact thing you're looking for.
And it's the invisible guardian of your money, right? That system that flags a weird transaction on your credit card, sometimes even before you've noticed it yourself. AI is absolutely everywhere, so, it's about time we actually understood how it all works. So, think of this explainer as your personal roadmap. We're going to start right at the bottom of the mountain, and we're going to climb together, step by step, all the way to the top, to a real understanding of AI.
Okay, first stop. Section 1, laying the foundation. This is where we get all the essential building blocks, the core ideas, locked in before we start our climb.
All right, first up, there's a really crucial distinction you've got to know. On one side, you have what's called narrow AI. Now, this is the AI we actually have today. It's brilliant, but only at one specific thing, like playing chess or recommending songs. Then on the other side, you have general AI. That's the sci-fi dream, right? A machine with real, human-like, adaptable intelligence. But for now, that part is still just a theory.
The journey to get where we are today has been accelerating like crazy. It all started way back in the 50s with theories like the Turing test. Then, boom, a huge milestone in 1997. IBM's Deep Blue beats the world chess champion. The next big leap? 2016. AlphaGo completely mastered Go, which is a way more complex game than chess. And all of that brings us right here, to today, and the absolute explosion of generative AI like the GPT model.
So, you're going to hear this term a lot, AI model. What is it? Honestly, the easiest way to get it is to think of a recipe. Yeah, a recipe. It's just the set of instructions and rules that an AI follows to learn from a bunch of data so it can then make its own predictions. And perfecting that recipe, well, it's a pretty logical three-step process. First, you train the model. You let it practice on massive amounts of data to find all the hidden patterns. Then you test it. You check it against brand new data to see if it really learned anything. And only after all that is it ready to predict, to go out and make new decisions all on its own.
Okay, so now that we've got that basic process down, let's move on to Section 2 and look at how we build the actual engine that drives this whole thing. We're climbing a little higher up our roadmap now. A term like machine learning can sound super intimidating, but it really doesn't have to be some mysterious black box. Some of the most powerful models are actually pretty intuitive. For example, something called a decision tree model. It literally just works like a flowchart, asking a series of simple if this, then that questions to get to an answer.
But from that simple idea, things can get big. I mean, almost unimaginably big. Just look at this number. 175 billion. What in the world could that possibly be?
Well, that is the number of parameters inside the GPT-3 language model. And what's a parameter? Just think of it like an adjustable knob or a lever that the AI can tweak. To put that number in perspective for you, it's more than double the 86 billion neurons we think are in the human brain. The scale of this is it's staggering.
So, when you have engines with that kind of incredible power, what can you actually do with them? Let's keep climbing. We're headed to Section 3 of our roadmap to see how this tech gets put to work out in the real world.
See, all this power really becomes useful when you specialize it. AI isn't just one single thing. It's more like a whole collection of different tools for different jobs. For instance, natural language processing. That's what gives an AI the ability to hear and speak. Computer vision, that gives it sight. And then you've got something called reinforcement learning, which is how an AI learns strategy by simple trial and error, kind of like we do.
We're almost at the top of the mountain now. Our final stage, Section 4, ethics and the future. Because let's be real, with this much power,
comes a whole lot of responsibility.
Getting to the summit here means we have to face the biggest challenges head-on. If we're going to move forward with this stuff responsibly, we have to answer some really tough questions. Like fairness, how do we stop AI from just repeating our own human biases? And transparency, can we even understand why an AI makes the decision it does? What about accountability? I mean, who's responsible when it makes a mistake? And of course, privacy. How do we protect all the massive amounts of data that these systems need to run?
But here's the thing. The reason we have to figure out these challenges is because the payoff could be literally world-changing. We're not just talking about slightly better tech. Get this, in some recent trials, AI-driven drug discovery cut the development time in half, by 50%. This is about finding solutions to humanity's biggest problems, faster than ever before.
And that brings us to the end of our roadmap. We did it. We went all the way from the basic definitions to the incredibly powerful engines to how it's used in the real world and right up to the ethical questions at the very peak. So I'll leave you with one final question. Now that you have the map, what part of this huge, fascinating world of AI are you going to explore next?